We're all connected. We share a common bond. To our planet. To each other. But now is the time that we need to come together. Because it's our ideas and actions that have the greatest power to make an impact, around the block or across the globe. What started out as a single developer challenge has turned into a global movement of problem solvers and innovators united in strength by code, using open tech as a force for good. Our creativity has helped us challenge Mother Nature, stand up to climate change, and rise above hate. By joining forces and harnessing technology, we're building life-changing solutions. From Barcelona to Brisbane, Nepal to Nigeria, giving hope for generations to come by tackling the world's greatest challenges. Because together, we can make a difference. Together, we can answer the call.
Hello everyone, my name is Ruth Davis. I am the Director of Call for Code, and I'm speaking to you today from the Georgia Tech campus here in Atlanta, Georgia. The Georgia Institute of Technology is a leading research university committed to improving the human condition through science and technology, and that is a commitment that Call for Code shares. As the largest Tech for Good initiative of its kind, Call for Code brings together problem solvers and innovators from around the world to build technology solutions to address the most pressing issues facing global society. Today, we are here to recognize the innovators that participated in our Call for Code Education Innovation Case competition. This competition centered around equitable education for all. We know that there are growing challenges in education brought about by many issues, such as socioeconomic disadvantage, race, gender, geography, disability, and now COVID-19. But how can technology help? Technology can help by addressing these issues and providing real-world solutions that can impact global communities in need. So we asked teams of university students around the world to research educational challenges, to empathize with students and educators that are impacted, and to design innovative solutions that address tech for good in education. And boy, did the students answer the call. Over 1,700 participated in this case competition from a variety of backgrounds, whether technical or not, whether they were interested in communications or humanitarian issues or design. They all came together in teams that had diverse backgrounds and perspectives and successfully designed unique solutions for education. Our eminent judges reviewed the submissions, and now we are ready to announce our finalists. Now, I'd like to introduce one of our eminent competition judges who is going to announce the third prize winner. Welcome, Lydia Logan, IBM Vice President of Education and Workforce Development.
I'm Lydia Logan, Global Vice President for Education and Workforce Development on the Corporate Social Responsibility team at IBM. I am so pleased to now announce our third place winner. This team developed a mobile platform to provide accessible and engaging educational resources for public school students. We were very impressed with this team's commitment to not only making virtual learning motivating for students, but also to supporting teachers by streamlining administrative tasks so that they can spend more time directly engaging with their students. I'm excited to award third place to Abia's teacher assistant. Congratulations! Let's now take a look at Abby's teacher assistant's compelling solution.
Imagine you're a teacher in a system that is grossly underfunded, where 1 in 6 teaching positions are vacant, where only a quarter of your students have grade level competency and are going through severe socioeconomic challenges, in societies that cannot dream because they're too busy surviving. English is the desired medium of instruction, and you as a teacher are not familiar with it. Along with this, you're forced to do redundant paperwork each and every day, while failing to prepare the future architects of a country renowned for its untapped potential. This is the reality of 5 million teachers in 1 million public schools of India, struggling to uplift the 185 million students of one of the world's youngest countries. And then the pandemic hit.
To address these issues, we propose the Abhyas Teacher Assistant. Let's take a look at what a teacher's day would look like with Abhyas. A teacher's day would start by taking attendance on the Abhyas app. Following this, lesson readings will be played to the class in English, aided by vernacular explanations. In their spare time, the teacher can enter the students' marks in the app, and a report will get generated automatically. After the classes for the day are done, a guidance session based on the SEL framework will be played on human behavior, learning methods, and different career paths. Later in the day, to wind down, the teacher can use the app to narrate stories and conduct quizzes. We chose audio as the mode of delivery due to its ease of production and scalability. Moreover, research has shown that for learning content, audio has a student's attention 4 times that of video.
But how does our app work? The Abhyas app is being built for both Android and iOS using React Native's cross-platform capabilities. The backend is hosted on IBM Cloud with a serverless model and no SQL Mongo databases for scalability and future-proofing. IBM Watson Assistant will power the in-app voice user interface to help teachers navigate the app with ease. Watson also enables us to provide interactive content like Spoken English Assistant and Quizmaster to make learning fun. We will be continuing this effort by collaborating with college communities and open sourcing the Abhyas platform to create solutions that are suitable, scalable, and sustainable for improving the education outcomes of India and other developing nations. Abhyas, let us all learn by doing.
Thank you again, Abby's teacher assistant, for your important work. And now, over to Tanya for the second place winners announcement.
Hello, my name is Tanya Rosas, co-founder of Origin Learning Fund, where we are working with young leaders across the world to bring personalized and empowering digital education to underrepresented communities. So I am pleased to now announce our second place winner. This team developed a gamified artificial intelligence-driven language learning platform for migrants. We were very impressed with this team's commitment to accessibility and the ways in which they leverage SMS and audio to deliver quality lessons without having to rely on a smartphone or personal computers. I'm excited to award second place to Julio. Congratulations. Let's now take a look at Julio's compelling solution.
Hi, I'm Viv. My dad migrated from China in the early 2000s with little money and a mobile phone. He struggled to learn and speak in the new language while trying to stay afloat.
He is not alone. In Australia, our workforce is actually made up of around 40% of people like Viv's parents. Despite this scale, migrants and refugees still struggle with language barriers. Accessibility is a key concern regarding quality language education for adults. Current free solutions tend to be higher tech like Duolingo, excluding less digitally savvy adults and those without the internet. This has led to generations that struggle in schools, face segregation in communities, and are challenged to find work even when highly qualified. This phenomenon is obviously not just a local one though, with climate change-induced issues projected to displace more than 1 billion people by 2050. So how can we provide a more accessible and effective language learning solution for adult migrants and refugees? We designed Ulio, a free-to-use educational platform that uses SMS and voice technology. This looks beyond traditional online services to reach directly into the hands of over 73% of migrant and refugee families. To begin learning, users can text a number in their chosen language to initiate a series of AI-handled onboarding questions about the proficiency of the language the user wishes to learn. The user can then progress through set courses. Reading, writing, and speaking skills are practiced through the ability to answer questions via text and phone calls with IBM Watson AI. To incentivize language learning, gamification is used through a reward system and progression through levels structured with the CEFR tiers of language in mind. Community members who wish to contribute can build their own course on the Ulio website. This crowdsourced content will focus on language that is useful in day-to-day activities, such as going to the movies. These courses will be approved by the Ulio team before going live. As a key user access point is SMS and telephone audio, Twilio acts as the principal API gateway to our platform. The Django engine on the back end manages this, connecting it to Postgres database and IBM Watson speech-to-text, language translator, and text-to-speech services. The other user access point is for crowdsourcing content and migrant registration. This is through the website, built in Vue and deployed on Netlify for now. This will move to IBM Cloud later for improved uptime. We will release Ulio with lessons created and curated by us, supporting English at first. We aim to secure a partnership with language organizations like italki to integrate into the existing program and allow us to raise funds more easily.
So while my parents may not have had the right access to the right language learning tools, we want migrants and refugees around the world to know that language learning is possible with Ulio.
Thank you again, Julio, for your important work. And now, please welcome to Dr. Susan Liot, Vice Chair, Global Partnership for Education, GPE.
Thank you for the opportunity to be with you all today. It's an honor to have been invited to help close out this competition. As a parent, a professor, and chairman of the board of a university, I feel passionately about how important it is for students and young people to contribute to today's debate on pressing global issues. As the vice chair of the Global Partnership for Education, or GPE, a partnership and fund dedicated to providing quality, inclusive education in lower income countries, I'm delighted that this year's Call for Code competition places a much needed spotlight on global commitments to quality education for all. To the young women and men from around the world who entered the competition and contributed an impressive array of ideas and proposals, I congratulate and thank you. Thank you for the passion you have put into your submissions. At a time when learning is still disrupted and challenging, you have risen to the challenge from India, from Nigeria, all the way to Spain and the Middle East. We have seen so many creative and exciting ideas. Digital classrooms that can be fitted onto a bike, an AI chatbot that provides personalized education via text message. I also want to thank you all for standing up and doing your part to ensure that all children have the right to a quality education. Your ideas, your enthusiasm, and your creativity play a crucial part in shaping education for future learners. To this year's grand prize winners and the runners-up, congratulations. It is truly exciting to imagine how your projects will make a difference in the lives of students and learners of all ages around the world. This year's theme for the Call for Code competition is one that hits home for us at the Global Partnership for Education. The challenge of making quality education a right for all and not just a privilege for some is one we work to tackle every day. We work to ensure that all children, whomever they are and wherever they live, can go to school, learn the skills they need to thrive, and reach their full potential. Even before COVID-19, this was a huge challenge. More than 250 million children had no access to education, and too many children in schools were struggling to learn even the basics. For many low-income countries, it was a learning crisis. The pandemic turned this crisis into an education emergency of unprecedented scale. At the height of school closures, 1.6 billion boys and girls were shut out of schools. And as we speak, over 50 million have still not returned to their classrooms. This pandemic has also deepened inequalities, placing the most vulnerable children at an even greater risk of missing out on an education altogether. Young girls, children from the poorest households, children affected by conflict or displacement, and children living with disabilities have been particularly affected. More than 20 million children may drop out of school permanently because of COVID-19. This pandemic has also exposed how many education systems still struggle to ensure the continuity of learning when facing disruption. GPE's partner countries have told us that we need transformative, appropriate, and fit-for-purpose technology solutions. We need technology that not only helps facilitate more resilient education systems, but also supports efforts to transform learning. When nearly 9 in 10 students in sub-Saharan Africa still do not have access to a computer, and 8 in 10 households on the same continent do not have connectivity, the technology solutions we need to imagine must be smart and creative. GPE is very excited to see that this year's Call for Code participants have heard that call. The work being celebrated today helps ensure that we move closer to UN's Sustainable Development Goal 4, with a focus on inclusive and equitable quality education. It also demonstrates an understanding of the need to responsibly harness the power of technology to advance educational access while ensuring that it does not exacerbate existing inequalities. The students who have participated in this challenge are well placed to help democratize education by developing solutions that are equitable and ethical, including the proposals that have won today. Lastly, let me conclude by addressing our hosts, IBM and the Clinton Global Initiative. A heartfelt thank you for your nurturing innovation in education and for giving a platform for young people to contribute their ideas. Your initiative is an example of what a successful partnership between private and philanthropic actors looks like. It underscores the importance of solidarity among young people and across generations to tackle this critical issue and respond to opportunities ahead. At GPE, we strongly believe in the power of partnership and in coming together to fulfill global commitments. We owe it to this generation of children and the next to ensure learning does not stop. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Thurm, CEO of the Clinton Foundation. I am thrilled to announce our first place winner. This team developed an e-learning mobile app, leveraging artificial intelligence that helps students to access online lectures with up to 98% less internet. We were extremely impressed with this team's use of AI to generate video lectures that look and sound like human teachers, using text transcripts written by teachers themselves. Additionally, because the generation is done in the mobile device itself, reliance on internet is significantly reduced, increasing the accessibility of the app. I am excited to award first place to Simulated Interactive Teaching, SIT. Congratulations. Let's now take a look at Simulated Interactive Teaching's compelling solution.
Imagine having to climb 3 miles to the top of a hill in order to attend your online classes. This is one of the few ways for the 2/3 of students globally who lack any internet access at home to continue their education. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the digital divide proves to be one of the biggest threats to education access. With most children unable to physically attend schools, education systems have switched to emergency remote learning. In Sri Lanka, for instance, 66% of students dropped out of high school mainly due to poor educational progress in 2020. With 22% computer penetration but only 7% internet penetration, for countries like Sri Lanka, the lack of internet has become a big hurdle in providing remote education. Simulated Interactive Teaching, or SIT, is our solution, as we look to technology to unlock education to students with limited internet connectivity. SIT reduces the internet required to attend online classes by up to 98%. Using IBM Cloud Satellite as the backbone, teachers are able to upload text transcripts of the classes that they teach. Teachers also upload 1-minute voice and video samples of them teaching in front of a computer. IBM Watson text-to-speech technology is then used to train a machine learning model that can generate audio narration in the teacher's voice for the duration of the lecture, and to finally combine the generated audio with the video sample the teacher provided. IBM Watson Studio is used to train deep learning models that create a full-length lecture. When students install our application, only the video and audio sample of the teacher, the text transcript of each lecture, and the pre-trained machine learning models are downloaded to the student's device. Using these files, complete lectures that look and sound exactly like their teacher are generated within the student's local device. SIT also has a live chat feature, which enables students sitting in live for their lectures to raise questions and discuss with their peers and teachers. Furthermore, SIT is integrated with the school's subject, categorization, and progression needs as we keep track of a student's progress through their term at school. Our vision for SIT is big, but not far-fetched, because of its viability. With a much smaller sized approach, SIT can enable broad remote learning beyond the pandemic years and provide greater accessibility to education, especially where technological infrastructure for the internet and the physical infrastructure for schools is currently lacking. For the many girls in Nigeria forced to drop out of school because of cultural norms and fragility, this newfound ability to tap into remote learning can allow them to arm themselves with knowledge. For villagers, this expanded knowledge can help them request more resources. We hope that this app will become part of government's broader curriculums to better the way education is delivered and reduce the gap between demographics. Our global team, hailing from the United Kingdom, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka, forms SIT.
Thank you again, Simulated Interactive Teaching, for your terrific work. I would also like to thank all our participants in Call for Code's Education Innovation Case Competition Series, and we hope you continue to develop and advance your solutions. We encourage you to use your project submissions to apply to Clinton Global Initiative University, or CGI, 2022 program. CGI provides accepted students with access to social impact curriculum, personalized mentorship, and funding opportunities to help you develop and accelerate your ideas across a number of fields, including education. Acceptance into CGIU 2022 also includes an invitation to our free virtual annual meeting hosted by President Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton, where students will come together to hear from a range of topic experts, leaders, and innovators to understand how to turn their ideas into action. The application for CGIU 2022 is open until January 21st, 2022, and we welcome all students to submit their case competition project ideas at cgiu.org/apply. You will also be receiving an email soon, which will include more information on how to apply. Thank you again for your important work, and now back to you, Ruth.
A big congratulations to all of our winners. We will be reaching out to you in the coming days with our next steps. And thank you to Dr. Susan Leotard for the encouraging keynote remarks. And thank you to our eminent judges for the exciting winners announcements. Now, last but not least, I want to announce our top 10 winners on the gamification leaderboard. Each recipient will take home $200. Congratulations. Don't forget, all participants in Call for Code's Education Innovation Case Competition are also encouraged to use their project submissions to apply to the Clinton Global Initiative University 2022 program. The application for this program is open until January 21st, 2022, and we welcome all students to submit their case competition project ideas at cgiu.org/apply. Thank you to all of the students who answered the call. to help make education accessible to everyone. We could not have done it without you. Have a wonderful day.